Hey, it's Kyle, and today I want to explain why Disney is the greatest company of all time. I'm not going to talk about Disney's stock, but you're free to buy shares if this video convinces you otherwise. As for me, I don't own Disney as of this writing, but I'd sure love to if I get the chance. I want to get out of the numbers for a bit and talk about Disney as a company and why it's probably the greatest company of all time. You see, we have to make one thing clear: brand power. That's Disney in a nutshell, but let's dig deeper into it. Disney is an entertainment company, and they're doing a great job at it. In fact, one of my business heroes is Bob Iger, chairman and CEO of Disney since 2005. His acquisition of other entertainment brands are remarkable. That is why Disney has grown exponentially since. But let's focus on 5 reasons why Disney is the greatest company in the world. First, Disney's reign starts with its copyright power. Back decades and decades ago, works were copyrighted for only a maximum of 28 years, with 2 cycles of 14-year protection. After that, works by authors, animators, artists entered the public domain and could be copied freely. But then Disney stepped in with its animated-driven business and lobbied Congress to extend copyright laws so that works by the company were extended for as much as 120 years. This gave Disney incredible power because a few notable works had entered the public domain, and Disney took advantage of this by making them into Disney movies. Remember the movie Snow White? That was created in 1812 by the Carl brothers. Once it entered the public domain, Disney Disneyfied it so kids all over the world could watch it. Since Snow White is public domain, anyone can make a movie or story about it. Look at Snow White and the Huntsman, same group of characters but a movie made by Universal Pictures. Cinderella is another example of a centuries-old story brought into public domain. Disney made 2 Cinderella movies, one in 1950 and again in 2015. Since it's in public domain, there have been many movies, plays, shows outside of Disney that carry the Cinderella name. Almost every animated movie or show created by Disney is taken from one of those fairy tales stories centuries ago. Okay, but that doesn't explain everything. Number 2, we focus on Disney's target audience. Any studio can make a Cinderella or Little Mermaid movie, which by the way was copied from an 1837 story for children. But what separates Disney from these other companies is that very fact: children. How do you get an adult dependent on something? You start them young. Our memories are filled with Disney movies, from those movies we all love to Disney Channel and Saturday morning cartoons. When a mother goes to Walmart, Amazon, or Best Buy to buy a movie for her kids, she instantly knows that Disney is family friendly because she was once a child and also enjoyed Disney movies. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. That's why Disneyland and Disney World are the most popular theme parks on Earth. Whether you're young or old, you can enjoy what Disney created. You can't say the same for Six Flags or Universal Studios, which is catered to mostly adults. An expansion of this branding is licensing, which is number 3. Almost every movie, show, event created by Disney is accompanied by billions of dollars worth of licensing fees. Almost every toy and video game out there has a licensing deal with Disney. They license Star Wars and Marvel to Lego so you can buy Lego-themed sets. Same goes for shirts, sweaters, and action figures. These companies pay Disney a fee or a percentage of all the sales to use their likeness. And this ties back to indoctrinating children to love Disney. Kids grow up building these Lego sets, wearing those clothes, and it just resonates with them forever. The 4th aspect is acquisition, and this is what Bob Iger really focused on when he took over Disney. There's 4 giant purchases we'll talk about. In 2006, Disney bought Pixar, an animation studio to which it expanded its reach into animated movies, which kids love. They've worked together for years, but not until they were united did they greatly up the game for all animated movies. In 2009, Disney acquired Marvel from Stan Lee for about $4.2 billion. That meant a large array of superheroes such as Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor. Although they didn't have every Marvel comic book hero, Stan Lee was smart to divide several characters among Disney, Fox, and Sony. But nonetheless, Disney had most of the Marvel heroes and set out to create a superhero universe like no other. The Avengers movies have generated billions of dollars, and with decades worth of comic book stories to draw from, the story never ends. And even though it'll be hard to find another actor to play Iron Man, they can always animate the character forever. And who loves superheroes the most? Yes, kids. In 2012, Disney bought Star Wars from George Lucas for a reported $2.2 billion in cash and $1.8 billion in Disney stock. Remember, there's a nostalgia with these characters: Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. People grew up on them. With Star Wars under Disney control, they can and have pumped out movie after movie, show after show, video game after video game, and all that profitable merchandise with it. They can create billion-dollar Star Wars movies every single year, and the only limit is their imagination. Then, early 2019, Disney acquired the entertainment division of Fox and finally united almost all the Marvel superheroes, such as the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Deadpool. Plus, let's not forget they acquired the rights to The Simpsons and Family Guy. This large expansion also expanded their audience. Fox was more catered to adults, and with Disney creeping in on the generations, they have so many more intellectual rights to draw from, which means more movies, more shows, and more merchandise for people to consume. And it's not going to go away anytime soon. The fifth reason is streaming. Their move into streaming services with Disney Plus, they'll be competing with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and HBO for market dominance. And unlike Netflix and Amazon, who had to essentially become a movie and TV studio to pump out original content, Disney already had the infrastructure. They don't need to purchase expensive licensing fees to show movies or shows. They have decades of that plus much, much more. As you can see, that's why Disney is the greatest company of the world. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, so leave a comment down below. If not Disney, what do you consider the greatest company in the world? Don't forget to like and share this video. Remember to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you stay up to date when new videos come out. And lastly, if you're interested in the business of Disney and how its management has grown the company, read The Ride of a Lifetime by Disney's chairman and CEO, Bob Iger. I'll leave a link down below. Until next time, invest wisely.